antenna. Come good and show them what.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jonathan, and I want to welcome you guys to my channel. And today we're going to be doing a back workout with resistance bands. And we're going to be doing a total of 5 exercises. It's going to be different compound movements to really make sure that we hit different muscles in our back. And it's going to be catered towards building size and strength in our back with the total reps and sets that we perform in this workout. So let's get started.
Before we get started, if you're in need or have been looking for a high quality set of resistance bands at a reasonable price to add to your workout regimen, I found this set from a brand called Latissimus, and it comes with everything you need to get a good workout in with resistance bands, with 5 bands ranging from 10 to 50 pounds with the ability to stack them as well for added resistance. Comes with handles, it comes with ankle straps and a door stopper and a travel bag to carry everything, and it's all for $21.99 on Amazon. So I'll definitely leave a link in the description for those of you guys that have been looking for a resistance band set. And now let's get into the workout. All right, so first we got the lat pull down, and the lat pull down is a compound exercise that works various muscles in the upper body. The lats, of course, is going to be the main muscle that is emphasized, but you also have the biceps, you have the rhomboids, the major and minor, you have your traps, the lower and middle, and you have the muscles of the rotator cuff, plus your pecs and triceps. So it just really hits a lot of various muscles in the upper body. Lat pull downs will not only help you build strength and muscle in the back, but will also build proper posture in the back during exercises such as squats and deadlifts and like other athletic movements, because your lats are spinal stabilizers for these kinds of movements when you're performing them. So definitely will add just to spinal and back stability. Adding a 3-second hold at the end of each rep will really emphasize the time under tension, just to help you really engage that muscle for it to really target muscle growth. And when you're performing, you want to make sure that you keep your elbows pointed straight down, as you see how I'm doing here, and that you really squeeze your lats. That's why I really like the 3-second hold on that. And that's what's going to really give you a very great hit on your lats for your lat pull down. All right, next we got the seated low row, and the low row is another compound exercise that's much similar to the lat pull down, as it is going to work various muscles of the back and the upper body. The lats are going to be a muscle that's heavily emphasized, along with the rhomboids, the traps, and the bicep, and also similar to the lat pull down because of the back muscles that the low row work. It will also just help to add to back and spine stabilization as you strengthen them. One of the biggest mistakes I see when people do their low rows, whether with bands or on a cable machine, is like the movement of the body and the torso, which when you do that will lessen the tension on the targeted back muscles that you're trying to hit. So in order to really negate that, you want to really brace and squeeze your core during the exercise. That will help stabilize your torso so it's not moving as much. And you also want to make sure that you keep your elbows against your body as you're pulling the resistance toward you, to make sure that your back muscles are going to be doing the majority of the work and not the biceps. And definitely make sure to squeeze the back muscles as you pull that resistance towards you to help emphasize that back, get the good time under tension to really help those muscles build. All right, next we got alternating arm cable pulls, and cable pulls are a compound exercise that targets the back as it works multiple muscles in the back, like the lats, the middle and lower traps, the rhomboids, and the posterior deltoid, and it also works the biceps and the long head of the tricep and chest. So it's just really a great upper body exercise that targets a lot of muscles in the upper body to really just help you build muscle. And doing row standing is going to also recruit your core and your legs as you stabilize yourself, to just kind of give you more of a full body workout while performing it. You definitely want to make sure that you really emphasize that drag motion by keeping your elbows locked to your side. It's an important aspect when you're doing any type of pulling exercise that you need to do. It's what's going to really make sure that you're targeting and emphasizing the back muscles and not putting more of the workload on the arms. So you definitely want to make sure you keep those elbows tight. Definitely want to make sure you emphasize the contraction by getting a nice squeeze and a nice pullback on that resistance. It's definitely going to be something that's going to really help you build muscle in your upper body and back. All right, next we got the bent over row. And the bent over row is another great compound exercise that is a staple for building strength and muscle. The muscles worked in the bent over row are going to be the lats, the rhomboids, the spinal erectors, the traps, the rear delts, the biceps, the core, the hamstrings, and the glutes. So it's going to be almost like a total body exercise with all the muscles that it hits. And performing the exercise with the palms facing forward in a supinated position is just going to allow for more emphasis on the bicep, which is why I like doing them that way. Bent over rows, just because of the position that you're in and the muscles that it works, will really activate the muscles through the lower and the upper back as well, which is going to make it just a great overall back exercise for building muscle and size. When performing, you want to make sure that you have a good base, which is meaning that you don't want to be bent too far over and that your shoulders aren't rounded too much at the top. You want your shoulders to be rested, and you want your back to be in a nice neutral position to avoid injury while performing your bent over rows, especially as you get heavier in resistance. So you just want to be in a really good base. You always want to make sure that you're pulling and emphasizing that pull motion by your elbows not going too far out as your resistance gets heavier. That's just going to really make sure you're emphasizing the back, and it was going to really help you build a lot of muscle and strength in the back muscle doing bent over rows. All right, next we got the straight arm pull down. And the straight arm pull down is a compound exercise, but this specific exercise is really good for targeting the lats. Like, you will really feel these in your lats specifically. And if you're definitely someone that's wanting to really emphasize the lats and sculpt the lats, this is definitely a great exercise for that outside of the lat pull down. But this definitely really isolates them. It'll also work the rear deltoid, the triceps, the chest, and the core muscles as well. So it does, work the other muscles of the back, but it definitely is a real lat burner. And as you're performing these, you want to make sure that you keep your core tight. That's what's going to help keep your back in kind of like that neutral position as you're bringing the resistance right down to your thigh. And you also want to really go against the resistance as you're straightening your arms back out as you pull it down. That's going to really just add some extra intensity and resistance to your lats. It's just going to really help emphasize them more and help you really to build and strengthen the lats out while you're doing your pull downs.
All right, guys, that's going to be the end of this back workout. If you guys enjoyed that, definitely be sure to leave a like and comment, as well as subscribe. I'll always be uploading new content, whether it be workout-based, wellness-based, faith-based, and just living the life that God has for you is what this channel is for. So I believe a healthy life is more than just your physical body, but it's really making sure you're encompassing health in all areas so that you can become the person that God wants you to be. So if you guys are interested in content like that, definitely be sure to hit the subscribe button so you're the first one to see these videos when they come out. And to end, I want to give you guys this verse.
And this is Exodus chapter 20, verse 11, which says, "For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them. But he rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy."
All right, I want to give you guys that verse because I really just want to highlight the importance of rest. And one of the things that I've learned is that when you're physically tired, when you're mentally tired, when you're emotionally tired, that's when the devil can really come in and start to attack you. And you want to make sure that you just don't give the enemy any points of weakness, that he can come in and really just play with you, play with your mind, play with your thoughts, to really lead you down a path that you don't want to go. I've learned that when you're tired, when you can really fall into stuff, that if you were well rested and if you actually really took your rest seriously, it might have been the thing that could have kept you away from that. So I just want to highlight that and make sure that you guys are getting enough rest and enough sleep to be able to keep your spiritual and soul strong, as well as your physical body strong as well, to be able to perform, to operate well, to be able to go out and do the things that God has you doing. So again, I want to thank you guys for tuning into this video, and I'll see you